All right, let's get started. So in the previous tutorial, we covered the login page configuration. In this tutorial, we'll be of course covering the event lobby. Now, the event lobby deals with the section that comes directly after your attendee has logged onto the platform and he's being taken to the common area essentially of the platform where your audience will be showing up and viewing the event from the very lobby of the event. So currently our lobby is empty. We'll just go ahead and show what that looks like again. We'll make our website live and we'll quickly launch it. So as you can see, this is what we set up last time. We're going to log in. Go ahead and skip. And you'll see that these notifications pop up, but there's nothing on the page. So let's get started setting that up. The first thing we'll do, we'll click onto log page configurations and we'll add a configuration. Now, first things first, you'll have to enable this page in order for it to show up. The page title obviously deals with the title of the tab. So for our purposes, we'll say welcome to lobby. Now, you can either choose a background image or a background video. Again, paying attention to the disclaimers down here. These are the guidelines for the creatives. And for our purposes, what we'll first go ahead and do is choose a background image. As you can see, certain headings are bold. These headings have to be paid special attention to. So we're going to first go ahead and upload a background image. And again, once you upload a creative, make sure to save your configuration first in order to ensure that all the creatives upload correctly. Great. Now we'll go back. We'll make sure everything's fine. Great, our image has been uploaded. And we're going to go ahead and make our page live. Let's probably save and live. And now we'll quickly preview our website and see the background image. So great, this is login page. We'll go ahead and log in. Go ahead and skip this. And there we go, there's our background image. Now this is looking a lot more like a lobby. All right, now what we'll do is we'll go back into our lobby page configuration and we'll actually use a background video. So first, you have to make sure there's a background image uploaded. That's a requirement of the configuration. But then on top of that, you can upload a video. So what we'll do is we'll upload the lobby loop video. Great. Now that that's saved, go ahead and make your page live. And we'll quickly go ahead and preview. Of course, you can reload the previous tab. You don't always have to click on preview website. And we should see that there we are. Now you'll see that these have been animated. Let's see, the banners are moving. So our video has been successfully implemented. Now let's go back ahead into the lobby page. Go back here and we'll see these options over here: video types, video URLs, and these coordinates. So what this basically is, it allows you to position a video anywhere on this, in this space on your browser. So let's say, for example, we would like a YouTube video. I'll just quickly get us a YouTube video. We'll copy this video, go back, and we'll input the video right here. Now, the next, make sure to select YouTube if you're putting a YouTube URL. The next thing you want to do is see these coordinates here. Now, these are coordinates that tell the platform where you would like to position the video. These coordinates are of the left top corner. So in this case, if we consider our screen over here, it's considering the very corner of the video placeholder, so the left top corner. Now, how do we figure out what the left top corner coordinates are? Well, we're going to quickly go ahead and open our lobby background image. We're going to open this up in Paint. This should be available to everyone inbuilt into their systems. So as soon as you open it up in Print, go ahead and reduce the magnification. Take your cursor, and then you can, as soon as you take your cursor over the image, you'll notice these coordinates down here in the below bottom left section, right? These coordinates reflect the pixels on the page. So we want to position our video in the very main backdrop of the lobby. So let's say our coordinates would be, in this case, 750 and 330, for example. So we go back into our platform, we put 730 here and 330 here. Just make sure it was 730, 330, it was 750. Mistakes, 750 and 330. This is again the width of the web page and height of the web page. So this is related to how big you want your placeholder to be. So we'll go ahead, we'll select our select tool, quickly draw a quick box over this. We'll get a rough idea of the coordinates from here. So 419 and 149. Quickly copy that. 419, 149. We'll save our web page. We'll save our configuration. Wait for it to input all the relevant details. And great, it's uploaded. Let's go ahead and make it live. And we'll just do a refresh of our page. You should get logged back out since you've essentially made the page live again. Every time you reload, it'll log you out, so you'll have to log back in. And then here we are. There's the video that we just inputted. Fantastic. So this is one possible method of inputting videos onto your templates. Of course, you can also customize this entire template or choose from a different template that allows for a more clean embedding of videos. If you are able to see that it's not exactly a perfect rectangle in the backdrop, so there are some overlaps and some designs that are appearing out. So of course, this is all relatively subjective to design. Now, with that being covered, let's move on to the resource configurations. Now, the resource configurations relate to the documents that you'll be uploading onto the lobby. And this particular configuration is mainly related to the placement of the resource hotspot and is also related to the sponsor image. So we'll quickly go ahead and select a sponsor image that we've saved. So we'll select our logo. And for this, we'll select a hex code that is similar to the previous one. Let's just go with this color. We should put a hash. Great. Title text, goal sponsor. This will be the position on the, With that being covered, let's move on to the resource configurations. Now, the resource configurations deal with the hotspot button that you will be putting on your main lobby page. This button will contain documents and relevant information for your audience and your attendees to view from the very first page that they see once they log into the event. So, of course, there's an enable button for this configuration. Make sure it's enabled if you want it to be visible. This color over here represents the color of the hotspot. Make sure to keep it different from white, as this color will then blend in with the icon. So select a different color from white. In this case, what we'll do, we'll choose a color that is similar to our design language here. So what we'll do is we'll select our handy orange. Go ahead and paste it here. Now the sponsored image corresponds to the logo that is visible in the resource configuration hotspot. So we'll select a sample logo, in this case the Platoo logo. This will be available to you in your starter kit as well. The title text refers to the name of the hotspot. So let's say we call it event documents. These coordinates refer to the coordinates of the placement of the hotspot. So we'll go back into Paint. We'll use our cursor to hover over a location that we like. In this case, let's choose a nice black dark background so that the icon is very visible. So in this case, we'll just note down these coordinates. So 400 and let's say 750. So 400 and 750. The width and height refers to the size of the hotspot button. So a good rule of thumb is to keep it between 20 by 20 pixels, that it's big enough to be noticed, but not too big that it carries all the attention. Of course, if you want to tweak the size of the hotspot to give it more emphasis, that can also be done. So we'll go ahead and save this. Now that that's saved, it won't actually start reflecting on your front-end subdomain until you add any documents into that hotspot. So we'll go over to resource uploads. This is the place where you select the documents and the information that you want to be available in the hotspot. We'll make sure it's enabled. We'll select our first file. Let's say it's brochure number 1. We'll keep this internal for files and images that you want to upload. We'll select the file, sample PDF. This can be any PDF or any image document that you want. Again, paying attention to the disclaimers down here. This can be discarded if it's a document. If it is a video, then the link is inputted here. Then we select the name of the hotspot that we want it to be present in this case, event documents. We'll save it. Great. Now that that's saved, we can make our page live. Quickly click on preview. To log in, and you see there's our very own hotspot by the name of event documents. We click on that and we're right away taken to the PDF. Since it was a singular document that was been put in the hotspot, that means that only the one document then opens up in a new tab. It can be downloaded here. Now, what if there are multiple documents to be put in the same hotspot? Well, that can also be done. Let's go back. Let's go back into resource uploads. Let's add another resource upload. In this case, let's add a video. Make sure to select the source of the video. In this case, YouTube. Quickly paste a new URL that you'll get. Make sure to select the hotspot. We'll save it. And let's, for the sake of it, also upload another PDF. So we'll select brochure number 2, keep this internal, select the PDF, resource configuration was set, and save it. Now we make our page live. We'll go ahead and refresh here. Log in, click on the hotspot down here, and you'll see that these have now been visible along with the logo that we put. Of course, these documents can now be viewed by your attendees either within the platform, like so, in a pop-up browser, or they can also be downloaded right away from the platform with this button here. For videos, they can also be viewed right here on the platform via a pop-up window, or they can be loaded up into an external tab like so. So really intuitive and easy to use functions there. We'll exit out of this, go back to our backend software, and now we've covered up to resource uploads. Now for rotating images, these are images that you want to place. These could be banners that have a set of images that rotate throughout them. So This will be the name of your image setting, the title text. This setting allows you to set the speed at which the images are rotated. And again, of course, these coordinates are the placement of the image. So let's go ahead and enable this. Let's call this fix set number 1. And we'll call this memories. We'll set the rotating speed to 20 seconds. Well, actually, that might be too long. Let's set it to 5 seconds. And we'll again go back into Paint. So let's select this entire area so that we cover up the banner as well as the empty space. So we'll go ahead and choose our top left coordinate as 291 and 217. 291, 217. And the width and the height obviously corresponds to the width and the height of the area of the rotating image. So in this case, let's just take a rough coordinate estimate 149 and 269. 149, 269. Go ahead and save that. So great. Now that that's saved, it won't actually start reflecting until you put rotating images in the setting. So we'll go ahead and select a few sample rotating images. Go into our starter kit and let's just select a few of these images. We'll select them one by one. Save. I want to add another. Of course, you need at least 2 so that you're able to rotate amongst them. Make sure to select your rotating image setting. We'll select another one. Select and save it. Great. Now that that's inputted, it should start reflecting. We'll make our website live. Go back and refresh our page. Log in. And there we are. So you'll see that the images are rotating per our settings. Obviously, this is these width and height and coordinates can be modified per your requirements. So that's a rotating image now then placed onto our platform. Now we'll go back. Now we'll move on to sponsor logos. These are basically branding opportunities that are provided in the lobby space. So we'll enable this firstly, and we'll go ahead and try to position our sponsor logo in this standee location here. So we'll call it gold sponsor, let's say, and we'll upload a sample sponsor logo, let's say panel 1. Again, we'll go back and select the coordinates in our Paint software. So we'll go and select these coordinates. This will be 1200 and 277. So again, the width and the height of the sponsor logo will be according to the area that you select. So let's go ahead and select this area here for our standee. And this will be the coordinates 1920, 1080. So this will be our coordinates 121 and 215. Now we'll save that. That's saved. We'll make it live. Go ahead and refresh our platform. And as you can see, our standee has been now placed in this rough location for the coordinates that we put into the backend. Great. Now moving on to the final configuration that is possible is the Twitter configuration. As you will have seen on the Experience Center, you are able to add a Twitter button
or to the lobby page where you can track a trending hashtag, or you can import the Twitter handle of an organization that you like, your own organization, an organization that's taking part in the event. So we'll again, of course, have to enable this. And we can pay attention to the steps down here. These steps allow you to easily embed your Twitter feed into the lobby space. So we'll click here. So this will give us an embedded link for Twitter. Now we'll go ahead and pull up a sample Twitter URL that we'll use. Let's say in this case we use the ICC handle. Great. Now we'll just select this URL. Go back into our Twitter publish page. We'll enter this. And we'll get an embedded timeline. We'll copy this code here. And now it's been copied. We'll go back into our backend. As you can see, we have completed up to step 3, select embedded timeline. A code snippet will generate. We've copied that. Now we'll paste it here. Now, the location can be set as per the follows. We'll keep it at bottom right. The width and the height of the configuration can be set by, again, was taking a sample size of the Twitter timeline that will be displayed. So we'll select 419 and 357 for this. Now this allows us to customize the button that will be used. So we'll go back into our HTML service. We'll select a color that matches the Twitter button roughly for the sake of this tutorial. Of course, this can be then picked as well. You can get the default Twitter color by using one of the other options available on this website by picking out the color. So this looks roughly close to that. Let's select this, put a hash and that. And the text color can be default. Let's just have it be white. We'll save that. Okay, now that's saved. Let's make that live. We'll go back into our lobby. We'll refresh it. Log in quickly. And there we are. There's our Twitter timeline that's been embedded. We minimize that. That's the color we chose for it. The text color is again white as we put. And we can obviously scroll through this timeline. And it's a direct mirroring of the Twitter feed of the ICC handle or whatever URL that you use. Great. I will go back into the backend and we'll see that we have covered the entire event lobby configurations that are possible. Of course, you can add multiple hotspots like this. So we've only chosen to add one hotspot by the enablement documents, but you could easily go back into your resource configurations, add another hotspot, and you could call it video resources and have it be directly underneath this hotspot. You could place these hotspots near the help desk. In the upcoming tutorials, we'll also be teaching you how to set up your own help desk area with a chat configuration, different hotspots that are relevant to the help desk, amongst the other sections, auditoriums, exhibitions, and so on. Thanks for watching.